Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, like subscribe, I would really appreciate it. So I am having an awful time today because I am so tired. I fell asleep during my class today, and then I woke up early and I was kind of fine, but then when I was sitting through class, I just had to lay my head down. And then I was tired during work, so during lunch, because I get an hour for lunch, I took a 20-minute nap, but then I was a little slow getting back up, and I missed a meeting. And then I left work early because I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep, like in my desk on my chair. And so I had dinner early, and the intention was to do some training, because I do need to do training for my new job because they're giving me time to do training. So the intention was to stay up for another couple hours after I did this video and updated YieldMight. But I'm gonna fall asleep. So I had taken you all along for the ride, but then it was 45 minutes long, and I was like, no fam, we're gonna do this. And then I had logged into all the stuff, and I was double checking that everything was correct. Everything was not correct. So now I just fixed that again. So at least it is the dev environment. So YieldMight itself is fine, but this should be fine. So part of the training was, I was hoping to do tonight, get my local project set up. And I am more excited about yield zones just for me in general, but I think I'm actually going to do the yield calci, which is the highly configurable dividend calculator, where we could do daisy chains and silos, and only reinvest a portion of it. Doing the silos where, just like every combination that I want to use, I want to be able to create like a portfolio like Testful.io has, or I just give it like the percentage for the reinvestment. And then we can run different scenarios. Like we have a straightforward, like I think it's going to on average grow like 0.5% per year. And we can have other scenarios that would give you the ability to configure it by time period. So you could say like, oh, what if, we forecast this, that if it's 10 years in the future, but we have every 4 years a big 20% correction or something like that. So like it can get more and more fancy as we go. But I think that I successfully updated YieldMight. I do have this done. I usually run my seeds locally, so I have a list here that it only exists, like you can't get to it from YieldMight.com. And I use this as my source of truth of like, well, this needs to get updated and this needs to get updated. So I'll run today's seed in there just so that we're all caught up. But yeah, this should get us pretty much with YieldMight. And it's so much easier to get an informed opinion if things are up to date. So the reason I'm so far behind is that I've been trying to automate it because it would be easier for me if once we have the spreadsheet filled out that I have it writing to now. Actually, once I actually trust it and it's doing everything, that I can actually make an API that is available to the public. And it'll probably be free except if you're a heavy user. And then I would probably charge. But I haven't checked it out. It might be just like a $5 a month deal. But I would like an API to that, and then I don't have to update YieldMight manually, which this is kind of time consuming, especially when I have other things to do, and I am trying to remain conscious because it's just been a lot of early days in a row, and I've been on my guard because I've traveling by myself, so, and I go to bed till like 2 a.m. So anyways, I'm going to wait for it only takes like 2 minutes to run. But I'll verify that I didn't break YieldMight, and then I'm not going to say I'm going to wake up early in the morning to do training, but when I wake up in the morning, I will do training before class. So my sleep schedule is so messed up. But we'll get back to normal. And 7 out of 8 of my pets were in the house yesterday, and everybody is healthy and, uninjured. And then the 8th pet actually hasn't been in the house since I have been home, but when I went to go walk the dogs today, he was outside and he was very excited to see me. And he'll probably be in tonight, I'm assuming anyways. Did you do something to him while he was gone, Teddy? I don't know, he says. Don't ask me. But yeah, hopefully Beelzebub comes in tonight, but he seems pretty healthy. Let me pick him up. So if I go out tomorrow and he's begging to come in, I'll bring him in. But I brought him in after Amelia's walk and before Teddy's walk, and he ran back outside. So, like, he crawled through the doggy door and did it himself. So, it's hard to keep him inside when every door to the outside is a doggy door. So, just because he's living his best. We're so close to this being done. Hey, sweetie, is everything okay? Yeah. He says, no, everything not okay. Okay, well, they're saying that they want their midnight snacks. That should go to the 21. Okay, yeah. And then, so we have MS2 and MVII and week. And I didn't go over this tonight, but the premise of this is if I have $100 or we'll say like $1,000 to invest this time, what would I have gotten in distributions if I had put that $1,000 into that fund before the last declaration date? So, like, if you can buy more shares, then sometimes it's cheap enough that you can buy enough shares that even if the distribution is less, you would get more for that time period than a different thing, which is how Ulti get such a high ranking because it's only a $6.23 cent stock. So you could buy like 160 shares, and at almost a dime a share, then if you have 160 shares, then you do get that $15 distribution this time from it, but monthly that comes out to like a $66.07 average, and then annually that would be $800 from putting $1,000 into Ulti. So anyways, this is done. I'm gonna go to bed, and then hopefully I'll be able to string 2 sentences together tomorrow and keep my eyes open. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.